A master goes to another country to visit, and there he decides to take a guide because he believes in guides. He himself is a guide, so he very deeply believes that if you want to enjoy a place or a journey, you should have a guide with you. So the master takes the guide, but to understand and comprehend better, the master asks the guide, these are the two guidebooks that I have liked, or the maps I have liked about this place. Which guidebook map should I buy? The guide looks at both of them and immediately tells him, don't buy this one, buy that one. Both are same price, but this is better. The master looks at the books, both look same. Sort of curiosity, he says, you are saying this one is not good and you are saying that one is better. Can you tell me what is the difference? The guide looks at the master and says, well, there is only one difference. This guidebook says you should tip the guide $5, and that guidebook says you should tip the guide $25. That's why I think that book is better. The master said about the story when a disciple asked him, which religion in the world is better? And then the master looks at the person who asked that question and says, did you get my answer or not? You go to the master of any religion and they are going to say that their religion is better. The guide obviously points to that book where it is written that the guide should be paid $25. The guide is not going to say the book which says $5 is a better guidebook. Isn't it true? Laughter, sense of humor. Is it important for spirituality? If I'm a serious person, does it mean that the path of spirituality is going to be a little difficult for me? If I am a person who can laugh, who can crack jokes, does it mean that spirituality will be a little easier for me? Today we are not talking about laughter and sense of humor from the perspective of living a good life, that all of us know it. But what is the role that laughter and sense of humor plays in the path of spirituality? Extremely important question. Master used to crack a lot of jokes. And there are some people who would come seeking spiritual answers very, very serious. Looking at their serious face, the master would crack even more jokes. One day, one of those seekers who had a serious disposition said to another traveler, I don't think this master is good enough. I think he's a clown. A passing monk heard this statement. He came close to the master. He came close to this visitor. And he told the visitor who had made this statement that the master is a clown. The monk looks at that fellow and says, the master is not a clown. He's a master. A clown makes you look at them and laugh. A master makes you look at yourself and laugh. Unless you learn how to laugh at yourself, you won't be able to come closer to spirituality. You won't be able to travel deep on the path of spirituality. Long time back, a wise man had said, you want to make God laugh? Tell him about your plans. And I find so much wisdom in that statement. You want to make God laugh? Tell him about your plans. Why is sense of humor important for spiritual evolution? A person can laugh at himself and at his life only when he has removed his ego. Our ego is the greatest barrier on the path of laughter. Ego brings in sarcasm. Sense of humor brings in laughter. Ego makes us judge. A sense of humor makes us accept. Ego makes us look at what is going wrong. Sense of humor makes us laugh at what is going wrong and enjoy the moment rather than bother a lot with the future. And if I do not know how to enjoy the present, I cannot walk deep towards spirituality. A student approached a master and asked the master, Master, can you tell me about life after death? The master started laughing, and for hours he laughed. His laughter wouldn't stop. And the student who had asked this question was aghast, pained. Why is the master laughing? I asked such a brilliant question. And my question was, what do you think about life after death? I mean, isn't that the base of spirituality? Master said no. The base of spirituality is enjoying the present moment. You have a beautiful rose in your hand and you are thinking, next year, will the plant bloom or not? And in thinking about whether the plant will bloom or not, you are not enjoying the fragrance of the rose which is present with you right now in your hand. Meditation makes you come to the present. Spirituality makes you come in the present. Sense of humor makes you come to the present. Laughter is always in the moment, in the present. You cannot be absent-mindedly happy. You have to be present-mindedly happy. You and me can be absent-mindedly worried. We can be absent-mindedly sad. We can be absent-mindedly depressed. We cannot be absent-mindedly happy. Happiness is in the here and the now. And laughter is also in the here and now. So sometimes when things don't go your way in life, before you become all serious, laugh in that moment. When you have a setback, before you dust yourself to fight the battle head on, laugh at yourself. As you are walking, if you slip and fall on your butts and a loud noise comes, Kappa, and everybody turns around to look at you, before anybody else has a chance to laugh, you should be able to laugh at yourself loudly. Look at the silliness of the whole scene. Thank God for the glorious butt that you had. If not, if you had fallen on your bones, it would have been supremely painful. And can you laugh at it? If you can laugh at yourself, most of you would have heard me say this so many times. If you can laugh at yourself, nobody in the world has the power to hurt you. And when I say no one, I mean no one. If you have the ability to laugh at yourself, even he cannot hurt you long enough. So I very deeply believe, and I am absolutely convinced, I can say this with tremendous confidence. A part of spiritual evolution is possible and easy for you if you have a sense of humor in life, if you know how to laugh at your own life, if you know the silliness of some of our plans, and in the tragedies that all of us will go through every now and then, if you can find comedy deep within. From today onwards, let's laugh at our miseries. Let's laugh at the difficulties. More importantly, every now and then, when you are becoming a little khicha hua insan, every now and then, when you are becoming egocentric, every now and then when we become judgmental, every now and then when we go into sadness, every now and then when we move into the trap of hurt and anger and jealousy, every now and then when we feel like taking revenge or putting somebody down or proving a point, laugh at these tendencies and these urges and recognize the presence of ego, which is taking you away from two most beautiful things. One is joy and the other is love. Have you seen when you're angry, there is no joy, there is no love? When you're sad, no joy, no love. When you carry hurt, no joy, no love. No joy, no love, no happiness. That is why we say, laughter is not just the best medicine according to Reader's Digest. Laughter is also one of the best approaches to spirituality. That is why if you go towards the east, you'll find laughing Buddha. In every house, in every shop, in every corner, Buddha is laughing. I guess he found and he showed to the whole world, you want to be spiritual, learn to laugh. You know, Krishna is a favorite god for many, and probably the only god in all the religions put together who is worshipped from the time they are born to the time they are dead in all its different stages. So a Krishna in the Palna is also worshipped. Maybe Krishna on the cradle is also worshipped. Krishna walking and having laddus in his hand is also worshipped. Krishna eating butter is also worshipped. Krishna taking the cows to the jungles is also worshipped. Krishna escaping from the prison is also worshipped. Krishna as a friend to Sudama is also worshipped. Krishna having Leela with the gopis is also worshipped. Krishna as a king is also worshipped. And last but not the least, Krishna as a teacher. In the battlefield of Kurukshetra, he is also worshipped. Probably the only God who is worshipped in so many different forms, and probably one of those gods we believe so much in dance and laughter and celebration. Can you celebrate without being happy? Not possible. ISKCON, the Krishna Movement, International Society for Krishna Consciousness, as a part of its bhajan, there is so much dancing, so much joy, so much celebration. Make laughter your best friend. When somebody is to draw a sketch of yours, by default, let the first expression and the deepest expression of your face on the minds of people be you with a laughter. Can you imagine when we die, when you die, when I die, and the photograph which is put over there, which people are going to come and see every day, is a photograph with this kind of a face. Serious. Deadly. I too would have died. But many people coming to see that picture will also die a little. On the other hand, visualize a picture which is happy. How's this? And when somebody comes there, they look at how a man lived his life, happy. They might get inspired, go and have fun with their life. Like Kabir would say, when I came into the world, I was crying and everybody was laughing. They were laughing because they were happy that a child is born to their family. The way I want to live my life when I die, I am going to die very happy, and missing me, the world will cry. Not only die, but also live happy. So let's make this choice, you and me. One, for a beautiful life. Two, for a beautiful death. Three, to keep our ego to one side and to defeat our ego. And if you wish, fourth, to move a little deeper in the world of spirituality. From today onwards, let's live a life with a top class smiling face. Let all of us develop a sense of humor, where the way we face our life is with a beautiful smile. Flow with what is not in your control and focus on what is in your control. And to flow with that which is not in your control, you and me need to have a sense of humor. We need to laugh at ourselves. All our plans have gone for a toss, and we should be able to say, ha, all our plans have gone for a toss. What are we going to do? Oh, we'll find a way. But it's interesting to see how life is turning out. How things are different. This is going to be fantastic. The future is going to be bright. Wow. I'm looking forward to my life. And with that, when we sit to work, the future will certainly be ours. So promise to yourself or promise to me to live is to be happy. To die as happy. to defeat our ego through happiness. Because if ego is there, you won't be able to be happy. You can't smile, you can't crack a joke. You can be sarcastic, but you can't crack a joke. Remember? The master is not a clown. The clown makes you look at him and laugh. The master makes you look at yourself and laugh. Let's say you are very beautiful. Somebody looks at you and says, "Wow, you're so beautiful, I wish to know you better." And in your heart you should be able to laugh. In the knowledge that this beauty one day is going to change and you think this beauty is my best part. Somebody looks at your house and says, "Wow, what a house, man." You should be able to laugh at yourself and say, these bricks and these furnishings don't create happiness, don't create joy, don't create love. It is laughter which creates life, not the other way around. The other day I was reading something very beautiful where a man in love with this woman tells this woman, "We will need to travel, we will need to change towns, we will need to change our home. Is that okay?" And the lady looks at him, eye to eye, deeply lost, serenity, a gentle smile on her face, and she says, "Wherever you are is my home." You see, there's no ego there. There is happiness there, there is laughter there. So to live an extraordinary life and for spiritual evolution, let's decide today. I'm going to choose a life of laughter. Sense of humor will take me deeper into spirituality. I believe today we have discussed something extremely important and very beautiful, and this should help all of us in living a good life. And in case you don't agree with me, so be it. Is your path better, my path better? As long as we reach the destination, both the paths are great, isn't it? Sometimes the joke is on us. Let's laugh at ourselves so much that nobody and nothing in our life should be able to hurt us.